guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Unresponsive Lex, and we're going to talk about something a little personal today. If you don't know, I'm on TikTok as everyone else, and literally their mom is. And lately I've been very open, and I've posted a lot of videos about my beliefs on trans lives, black lives, etc. And I've been getting a lot of backlash for the opinions and posts that I've made on the subject of Black Lives Matter. And I'm going to talk about that today. If you want the short version, you don't want to watch this whole video, there's a video on my TikTok about this. So yeah, if you don't want to go through all this, you can just watch that. It's like 20 seconds. Yeah, I've been getting a lot of backlash and people telling me that, you know, Black Lives Matter isn't my area, that I shouldn't be posting as much about it, that I shouldn't be letting my voice be heard. I think that's absolute BS, because like, we should all say something about this, because it's something that is happening in our world right now that isn't right and isn't fair, and we should always make our voices be heard, because what else do we have? Yeah, that's what I'm doing today. I am making my voice be heard, even to the small audience I have. First, we're going to be talking about how this affects all of us. Every single one of us. Every community. Black, white, LGBT, straight, cis, whatever. Side note, I don't know if you've noticed it or not, but my camera keeps shifting, and that's because for me to stop the camera, I have to like, and hit the button really hard. How this affects us. This affects every single one of us, because this is our world, and terrible, terrible things are happening in it every single day, and I don't feel like enough people are saying about it. I don't feel like enough people who aren't necessarily like dealing with it are saying enough about it. What's going on in our world hurts me, and it affects me. Maybe not as much as it may affect like the people who are going through it, but it still hurts, because I have friends who are black, I have family who is black, and I would absolutely be crushed if any of this stuff happened to them. Being where some of my friends live, the police brutality is higher in some places, like for instance Florida. I have an African American friend who lives in Florida, and I'm worried about them every single day. Even my black family and friends who live in the conservative state I live in, there is a very high police brutality rating, and it hurts. How many times do I have to say that it hurts me? And no, I'm not trying to say I'm most affected by this, because I'm obviously not. What affects you is that you may have black family and friends, and you may have gone through this, and if you have gone through this and you are still sitting back, my gosh, I can't even begin with you, because there's no excuse for it. We should be standing up for this country. Even if we don't particularly agree with it, we should still fight the people who don't make it a good place, so we can work to make it a better one. If I could, I would burn this whole place down, along with the oppressors and the people who are just crazy to me. People who think that this is okay. For the people who don't have African American family and friends, this still affects you. Because like I said, it's happening in your world. How many times do I have to make the same points? It is happening in your world. What is keeping the cops or anyone, the president, whatever, from doing more crazy shit like this that makes no sense? God, people, it is not the 1800s. These people shouldn't have to be slaves to their oppressors anymore. No one should have to stand with a government who doesn't stand with them. Next, we're going to talk about resources, because if somehow this video has made you change your ways and realize that you need to be doing something, that you don't need to sit back, this is for you. I'm going to try to link some resources down in the description. Obviously, there's a number that you can text that I will definitely put down there. I have texted that number multiple times, and it's basically like demands and stuff like that. The main advice that I can give you is don't be quiet. Let your voice be heard. And no, that doesn't mean participate in something like Blackout Tuesday, because while the idea may, that's debatable, may be good in spirit, it wasn't good for the community in the end. Black picture that you all put on your Instagrams and Facebooks and whatever silenced the community for one day, and you have no idea what one day can do. Posting things like information and your support is so important, because if we can get everybody to do that, if we can get everybody to stand up against this, the whole gate, world, whatever, opens for us, and we can hopefully end this. Oppression of minority communities has been around for centuries. It is not something that will go away easily, as has been proved. Doing nothing, sitting back and like throwing in the towel, saying, oh, it's not my place, I shouldn't do anything. No. Do everything you can. Don't be afraid. Go to protest. Be a shield. And don't be afraid, because more than likely they'll do a lot more to someone if they don't have a white person shielding them. That's the whole point of shielding. If you do decide to go to a protest, please be safe. I will try to have a list or a link or something down in the description of ways to be safe. Obviously, there's like wearing a mask, hopefully, or maybe wearing goggles to protect from like tear gas and stuff like that. There's a difference between protecting yourself and being afraid. As the people, we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, we must stand up. We must fight back. And honestly, I'm trying to keep from crying. I will admit I myself have not gone to a protest, and that's not my fault. I'm a minor, so whatever I do has to be approved by, my guardians. Even though I can't go to a protest, I'm fighting, and I am researching and posting and everything that I can to show my support, to fight against these oppressors. Fighting back doesn't mean going to a protest, even though if you can, please do. That's all I have to say for now. There's a lot more that I could say, but I think I'm gonna end it here. If you would like to see more of like the stuff I'm doing, I'm not by any means promoting, but I will leave like my TikTok down in the description just so you can get more information and stuff like that. I'll also leave, like I said, resources, information, anything that you might need to educate yourself, because I don't want anyone to leave this video uneducated. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say the whole subscribe stuff, because that's not the point or anything, but I guess I will see you all in the next video.